I sit back, count these racks, soak my tongue in this yak. Cut my mind on a milli while this milli in my lap. While I bust down these backs, blow these runts and just max. And since birth I've been cursed with this curse that just snap. And these verses is hurtings, is curtains, that's that. I don't worship these churches, too godly and fat. If your soul can be purchased, can't bargain with that. I just target my targets and use them as target practice.
Woo! Yeah. You shoot me, you famous. I shoot you, brainless. What's it gonna do?
Target practice, the whole title and like concept was very inspired by like a goal I live by, a rule I live by, is you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So like taking that in the hand, I knew like setting up this brand with this get money and building this like empire, it can never be perfect. Like it's never a perfect moment to go for it. You know what I'm saying? So you just had to, I wanted to put out some energy out there, some dope music. I know we're going to the state, a time where people want to hear lyrics more, you know what I'm saying? The pressure is on for that, and that's, you know, that's when I performed that Black Hoodie music. I wanted to get in that, and it was sort of like a subliminal shot at everybody that's doing that. Let me target a few dudes that I see doing that and see if I can compete with that, which I know I can. Just had to take that shot and put that energy out there. And then I feel like where we in, as people that look like us, like in Black America, we definitely being targeted for everything we doing. You know what I'm saying? What's coming out, whether we gonna talk about whether it's COVID, police brutality, police killings, tax brackets, politicians or whatever. For the black person, we a target right now, and that's just the facts. So just put that all in one and made some dope energy.
Line for line,
coming from hip hop the way I came from it, the intros was like gotta be one of the dopest records or the special moments on your project, because it's the introduction. It's like your first lines to pulling up on somebody. Like you can put it anywhere if you're trying to holler at a girl, like the first dope thing you gonna say to get her attention. Or if it's like you step into a business meeting and you just wanna set it off, you know what I'm saying? Set it off with the proper vibe. So Kanye and Pepper is just what it said. It was just like some hot flame coming out. Like my man Drums gave me the beat, and I was working on another record that day, and we had like 20 minutes left on the clock on the block out, and I was like, yo, I want to try this new joint, do the intro for it. And I swear it just like came in the booth line for line, each line. That's why I was like how my mind was designed. That's how it really was, because I just did it line for line, like punch. I just do that. That was the first time I do that. Like I don't always write, but I kind of create like cheat sheets in my brain of what I'm gonna do. But this one I just was like flew off the top, line for line. I just did the introduction to target practice. Bow. You Should Know is like gotta be one of my favorite joints, cause like organically, shout out my man D's Drums. He also did Kanye and Pepper, Watermelon, and Kill Me. It's like it was inspired from like a reinvention place to myself. Like all us artists, we get caught up in the game, especially when you had some sets and made some money. Like sometimes the money can feel a little bit better than like the actual reason why you even started the art form itself. You know what I'm saying? That's when I think some of the dopeness out of your art is lost. So You Should Know was like rekindling that fire for myself. The producer emailed me the first time we came in, was like, yo, I got some fire for you. I've been studying you since like Law and Order and the way you flow on your cadence. So I thought that was like a dope approach to hit me for some beats. Played that joint and I knew that was just gonna be special. I actually did it a year before I did target practice, but I knew I had to hell on that joint because it meant so much. And that's just like that firepower, classic Bossman feel, you know what I'm saying? If you loved anything I did in the past, you definitely gonna fuck with that joint. You should know, get money. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. OTP. The vibe for that record was we all decided to fly out, gang up, me, Peso, Stars, and Don Trump, just to switch the vibe of this whole Baltimore thing. You know what I'm saying? We was creating the album, and we went to LA. We got our Airbnb and they had a studio on the back. So one of the things I like when you create energy, when you got different artists coming together, is everybody naturally thinking like right now. And then like it's our first day there, we at the Airbnb, nothing's really set up. And really everybody was thinking about some pussy. At that time, so it was a funny conversation, but couldn't get none, so it was like a joke. Let's just throw a party and invite some pussy. So OTP stands for out of town pussy, just to be honest where that comes from. But we calmed down, you know what I'm saying, and go out that and just made some magic with the music concept of it. Hit Venice Beach the next morning, shot a video, and that was just that. And that's just like a dope joint. It reminded me like some Tribe Called Quest type vibe, you know what I'm saying? If you rock with that, shout out Peso, Don Trump, my guy Stars, Get Money. I don't think I could say I got a particular favorite track, but if I like had to pick one and only got to play one for somebody, it'd probably be You Should Know. But one of my like special records on there that I really rock with is Stay Out the Way. It's like using the Punisher, You Ain't a Killer sample. I think that record is like fire and so needed, especially in the climate the way we living in. Like, you seeing so many of the youngins is getting killed. We killing each other, all our kings killing each other. It's like just lost in that moment. And people not really knowing how to stay in their lanes, not really separating. Do they want to stay in the streets? Or they want to level up the entertainment. But that's the whole reason why we was locked in the streets, the hustle to try to get out of. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of youngins don't know how to switch over. They don't know how to stay out the way with that. And especially in Baltimore, I see a lot of innocent dudes down there ain't even really about that life, but trying to portray it because they think the hip hop culture is saying to be a street dude, that's the only way you level up. And so many people getting lost. So I always like to have messages when I'm making music, to have a reason why I'm doing it, that you could just like share. So Stay Out the Way is definitely one of the special joints I feel for that. Produced by my man Brain Trust, that joint fire. This Target Practice project is different than any other album I put out because I think it had no influence from my past work. Like a lot of times when you're an artist, you know what I'm saying, you fans cling to certain joints and you try to tap into the modes of like your older self sometimes, but still merging with like leveling up. And I didn't really like care at all about that. Like however these records came out, I was only satisfying myself and what I totally wanted to do. And I haven't been like that type of artist in a long time. So that's why this would be special. You know what I'm saying? It's like a good reinvention, a new refresh. Like my man Jay Oliver might say, a breath of fresh air. You feel me? Target Practice, it's that deal. For the most part, everything was Get Money. You know what I'm saying? We got like a clip that we rock with. And I'm all about energy with making music. Like I said, especially with this project, it was things I wanted to do, visions I seen. So I wanted to work with anybody in my circle that had like a musical influence or a vibe that I like, so I kept it tight with that. You know what I'm saying? So the features you gonna have Don Trump, Stars, my man Red Wolf Louie, and Emery Forbes, and Peso on production, Brain Trust on production, these drums, Don Trump himself, and then of course, forever, you know, One Up is the future. My man Easy, he got to be on any project we doing. It's just that long older vibe we got to give y'all, and that's pretty much. You know what I'm saying? We ran it through the money machine, so it sound like Get Money.
Keep it on the boat. I don't respect y'all beat. This is a different type of smoke. I ain't worried about ghosts. If they gone, I already beat them. We ain't chasing no ghosts. Nah, homie, I Tariq them. Nigga, she's 6'19". We like the 96 Bulls. Hey, girl, big feet emojis to the wall. I'm stepping these Robertos and I'm spilling champagne on it. Get to the craft like Roberto, put my name on it.
The creative process of making this was a struggle because like working with like new people that's just doing the business side of the clique, like that's not worried about the creative side that's coming around me. Like this was a project that was testing them too to see like if they can handle the chores. So we would have release dates and stuff, and I would struggle with my brain like being, since I'm an independent artist, like my CEO mind state, boss mind state, and making sure we hit deadlines, making sure the marketing right, and then just being a pure artist. You know what I'm saying? And then that was like tug of war. So it was like, if you see the video, if you was following, the video came out and we started promoting it was going to drop and you just saw a pause, that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to eat that because the creative in me just took over. And it had to take over because in the clutch, I made, like, I remember going to my man Dem Sweet's house just to let him hear some joints off the album, and we smoked a cigar And I made Cigars and Gunpowder because he just kept playing beats and shit. I really just wanted to get out of there and chill and let him hear, but he snuck one in. And shout out my man Mike Manos, he came through and blessed his hook. And YG got a beat up on there. And these was all like last minute things. And then the one that just killed it, I actually got in an argument with some of the team, was when I did Watermelon. Because we was there to mix and fix something, like some mixes, and the album was done. It was always supposed to be turned into DistroKid and all that shit, all that good shit. And I just couldn't stop.
They open melons, I tell them, right, and I'm overselling. I'm from the ground, I'm super black. I'm watermelons, I tell them.
You should change it to y'all ain't never had yellow watermelon.
Y'all did, yellow watermelon is good. That might be hard if I feel about like fucking white bitches and say y'all ain't like some yellow watermelon shit. That might be a hard punchline. All jokes aside though. Yellow watermelon is good though. Y'all ain't never had that shit?
They black, yo.
Oh, they black. That's what I'm talking about. And I just created a banger. I think it was a special. One thing I know about music, you can't even sell it if it's not authentic. So whatever the creator has to paint, he has to paint that picture first for a good marketer to even sell it and market it. You know what I'm saying? Or you won't know the true value of it. So the creative process was definitely bossed up on my more creative mind state than the marketing side. I'm sorry. Let's get money. Not of the kind of mood I was in. I was listening to Mobb Deep and all that shit all day. Yeah, cigars and gunpowder, sprinkle once and gunpowder. Whoever wants smoke, get quotes with gunpowder. Line for line, lining my foes up with gunpowder. These flows so nasty up, it make my tongue sour. Cigars and gunpowder, sprinkle once and gunpowder. Whoever wants smoke, these bars is gunpowder. Line for line, lining my foes with gunpowder. So nasty up, it make my tongue get automatic. Rapid fire, ain't no capping, I am pacifier. In the rap design, I fuck with who's up there. But it's about to be hard.
I need y'all to just free your mind.
The title of the song "Kill Me" is like, of course, I ain't praying on my own downfall or demise of death. You know what I'm saying? Like some of our great other artists here predicting death. It was more like it come from like it kills me that what all the other ops we got as being black in America, that we still rather take each other down. And I ain't really trying to sound corny like things don't happen. I mean, like the army, they go to war, they got a reason to kill. It's always a time to kill. But if you really look at some of the things we killing for, we won't even boss up. If we want to imitate the mob, they had discussions before you just whack somebody. You know what I'm saying? It was organized crime. Because crime will always be around. It's a part of our lifestyle if you're in a struggle. But we got to know how to organize it. It's just like, it killed me to see us doing that. And doing the more you level up, it really be your own people that be trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? That's really the real truth. And of course we got these, the fuck the crooked police. They are number one ops in America right now. That's that merch you can get. Follow the God, Bossman of God on any platform, getmoneylifestyle.com. You know what I'm saying? It's target practice. Let's get money.
Woo! Yeah. You shoot me, you famous. I shoot you, brainless. What's it gonna do?